Hello and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Property with me, Elizabeth, and Fine & Country. Today I'm in Melbourne, Derbyshire, and I'm going to be taking you into the world of perception, presentation, and the psychology behind selling incredible homes. I'm going to be spending the day with Elaine Penhaul, who is the founder of Lemon & Lime Interiors and is one of the UK's leading property staging experts. Now, over the last decade, Elaine and her team have helped to sell hundreds of homes, not only for a significantly higher value, but also much quicker than the average property sale. In the world of premium property, that first impression has never been more important. So it's time to go and meet Elaine at the warehouse. Come with me. So I've just arrived here at Elaine's warehouse, and we are going to have a behind the scenes sneak peek today at everything that it takes to stage a luxury home for market. Hi Elaine.
Hi Lizzie, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Thank you for having me here. Now this is the famous Lemon & Lime warehouse.
Absolutely, this is the accessories warehouse. We don't any longer keep the furniture locally, but this is all the accessories. So what we refer to as the cushion warehouse.
Well, I can't wait to have a little walk around in a moment, but tell me firstly, how would you describe it? What is property staging?
It's essentially a marketing tool. So it's a big part, so for Fine & Country, for example, it's a big part of their marketing strategy and should be for any home, because essentially people want to buy a home that they can move into. Mm-hmm. It looks amazing from the moment they see it online to the moment they walk through the door.
Yeah.
And property staging is the process of getting the property from the lived-in version or the just-built version. It might be empty. We work with both occupied properties and vacant properties. Mm-hmm. And it's the process of getting that property ready for sale. And as a business, we do anything, whether it needs landscaping, whether it needs redecorating, whether we need to change carpets, for example, right the way through to an occupied property. We're putting in some accessories, some artwork, and generally zhuzhing up, right the way through to a vacant property where we might be furnishing the whole thing.
It's so exciting, and what I love about staging as well is you kind of bridge that gap for it to become an emotionally led sale as well. When you have a buyer and they come in and they fall in love with the feeling of a home, I think you play a big part in that, don't you?
Exactly. It's hard to fall in love with a home that's empty.
Yeah.
And it's hard to fall in love with a home that's full of somebody else's clutter, of the treasures, of their memorabilia, of all of the things that they've lived with for a long time.
Yeah.
And that they live with the children, the dogs, all of those things. It's hard for somebody new, especially in an age where they're looking at homes, first of all, on Instagram, for example. It's very hard to have an aspirational home that's the lived-in version that most of us would live in.
Yeah, well, we've got a beautiful day, and I would love to talk to you some more all about Lemon & Lime in the sunshine. Should we go and grab a coffee?
That sounds like a great plan.
Come on, let's go. Elaine, you've been a long-standing partner now of Fine & Country. Can you tell me a little bit more about your relationship?
Yes, so we have officially been the preferred staging partner for Fine & Country since 2016, which was clearly very early in the staging industry emerging in the UK, and Fine & Country were forward-thinking enough to bring us in on that. I'd actually been staging properties for Fine & Country locally for 2 or 3 years ahead of that. And it's been a great relationship. It's a great relationship because it means that we've helped shape the marketing strategy with them to include as one of their pillars the presentation of every property, to the point now where Fine & Country, their tagline is beautiful homes exceptionally presented. And that, of course, now is what their clients expect, and it's what their agents are able to offer in every single case through the partnership.
And interestingly enough, you just touched there on the marketing side of things. I feel like staging sits somewhere between branding, interior design and marketing. Would you agree?
Yes, I think we primarily see the staging as a marketing tool, and the interiors are the vehicle really for that marketing. So the interiors and the beautiful design and the helping people who are still living in their home to prepare really well inside and outside as well, of course, because we cover gardens and painting, exterior decor, for example. And all of that really does help people then to fall in love, a potential buyer to fall in love with the property. And of course, what we're actually doing before we stage anything is having a look and having a conversation around who's the buyer going to be. So we're not staging a generic house. So for Fine and Country properties, we're looking very, very carefully at the profile of the likely buyer. And then we're looking at trends. So that's where the interiors really comes in. We're looking at trends for those potential buyers and then angling the staging for exactly that.
So why stage a property in an area if other properties aren't staged that are also for sale?
It's a huge competitive advantage. So when a buyer is looking for a home in a particular location, in a particular price bracket, and there are perhaps 4 or 5 that might suit them, it's the right price, the right location, right number of bedrooms, it looks as though it's got the right amount of family space, for example, then what they're going to do, and we all do it doesn't matter what you're looking for, then you'll stop first on the one that looks the most attractive and you'll be going, amazing, that's the one I want to go and see first. And of course, if you can get people through the door first and they fall in love with it, they're not going to bother looking at the others that aren't staged because now they've fallen in love with this one.
Yeah, it's kind of a great way of storytelling, isn't it? From the beginning with the pictures moving into a video, and then they finally get to see that story come to life in person.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And it really is telling the story of this is how you could be, your family could be if you lived in this property. This is what your life would look like if you were to live in this property. And so the secret from our point of view is to be able to tell that story from the moment somebody sees the photos online through to the video, as you say, and then from when they're walking through the door.
So Lemon and Lime has become one of the most recognised names within staging. Did you envision it to be as successful as it has become?
No, absolutely not. I set out to have a local business that I enjoyed in my as I was heading towards retirement, to be honest.
Really? Wow, okay.
And very, very quickly found that there really is a niche for somebody with a lot of experience of big country houses and period homes and all the challenges that they present, both externally and internally, to be able to go to a property before it comes onto the market and say, actually, I think if we were to do this, this and this, then the property would sell better. You would achieve a better price and more quickly.
I'm very excited because you're going to take me to see one of the properties that are staged at the moment, aren't you?
Absolutely.
I believe you've got 27 staged at the moment.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, what an operation.
Well, we're very lucky, and those are all over the country as well. So
incredible.
We see some amazing properties.
Yeah. Before we go, can you take me to see your horses quickly?
Absolutely.
I would love to see them.
Let's go.
Thank you. Elaine, Elaine, talk me through the process then for this property. Where did you begin and how did you achieve this amazing result?
Okay, so this property had been on the market for more or less a year when we were asked to get involved, and they'd had 3 viewings in the course of that year. And they changed agents to Fine & Country, and we were called and said, could you come and have a little look? And what we did in coming in, we've brought in quite a lot of furniture. So although the family are still living here, what felt important was that we changed the look as it was being relisted for them, and to try to appeal to a slightly different market to the way it was presented previously, but bearing in mind at the same time that they're still living in it, so we're having to make it work for them too. This room, for example, was the dining room, and we felt that the bigger room that's the first one that you come into more or less would be better split as part sitting room, part dining room, and then this as a snug. You can imagine in the winter this would be lovely with the fireplace and so on, really, really cosy. The room that, as you go through there, was another sitting space, and we kind of thought that it was a bit wasted, really, like that. So what we did was to move the study, which was in a double bedroom, the other side of this wall, so a downstairs double bedroom, and that was the study. So we took the study furniture and popped it into there. Now that's beautiful. It's like a little orangery, and you can really imagine that working in there would be lovely if you were working from home, which then freed up this room behind this wall to be another double bedroom.
Very
and
clever.
That's exactly what we've done.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And what about in terms of like the interiors and the art that you put up on the wall? Once you've kind of done the big things, how do you then layer the little things, even though they're absolutely not little at all? They're a very integral part.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Because, the other thing that we did is that this downstairs here had 3 red chimney breasts. Now, red is a really, really difficult colour to photograph or to make look anything other than dated on photographs, online photographs. So we painted out the red chimney breasts just so that they were the same kind of neutral colour as the walls. And then we begin to bring in furniture, bearing in mind that this is an occupied home, and to put in some pieces that will really appeal. So, for example, the sofas and the sofas in the other room, to jump out for a new viewer. And then we begin to think, right, okay, so now we need to layer it with the artwork, with the accessories, with the soft furnishings, for example. And what we're trying to avoid is for the house to look or feel too perfect. Because something that's really, especially, this is beautiful, it's beamed, it's an older property, and we don't want to feel uncomfortably perfect, if that makes sense. So we're really looking at different textures. You can see that we've used a lot of different textures in this room, for example, where the cushions aren't all matchy. The artwork, we acknowledge colours, but not everything, the artwork isn't exactly the same, for example. So you're layering it in the way that you would if you'd lived in a property for a long time, that's what you would do yourself. Nice individual pieces, but it still feels very cohesive in here. It all blends nicely. It feels very warm and homely in here as well. You've done such a beautiful job. Thank you. It's a really lovely property though, isn't it? It's got fabulous light. We were talking earlier about one of the things that we've done, particularly with this property, the garden is fabulous. But when you come into this room, which is a significant sitting room for them, when you come in, you can't see the garden because the door and the window are in alignment. So we've put a mirror here, as you can see. So when you come in, then immediately you're seeing the view in this room, even though you're not looking straight out of the window. Very clever trick. I'll definitely be using that in my own houses as well. That's a great little tip there. So let's talk a little bit more about AI and technology now. We're seeing it come in everywhere. It's a very important part of people's business plans going into the future. Do you integrate a lot of AI within Lemon and Lime at the moment? Yes, absolutely. It's such a useful tool. So we use it for visuals. We use it for research, we use it for a lot of the geodemographic profiling, and then looking at how a particular profile of buyer, what are the trends that they're looking for, to create really, really nice reports. And of course, you know, all the normal things for blogs and social media and you know, that kind of thing. We're very data driven as a business, and there's an awful lot now that we can do with the AI tools to do fantastic analysis of all of the stats that we've collected from early on in the business.
Very, very clever. Yeah. Now, there was a couple of very good stats regarding the viewings of this property from when it was with previous agent to when you staged and when it came over to Fine & Country. Just touch on them quickly for me.
So this property had been on for about a year with a local agent, and in that year there had been 3 viewings on the property. It changed then to Fine & Country, and we staged it, and they have now, in the last couple of weeks since it's been back on the market with Fine & Country, had 12 families interested. They've had viewings with all of those families, and now they're on to a round of second viewings with the people that are seriously interested. So fantastic result, and we're hoping that very soon there'll be an offer on the table.
Yeah, that is incredible. It's so impressive, and it really does show the power of staging and having the right team. You know, here at Fine & Country, it's such a powerful team of people.
It really is, and I've talked a lot more recently that a property sale in the premium sector of the market really doesn't need an estate agent, a stager, a videographer. What they need is a team of trusted advisors. It's like a little ecosystem. We all know how one another works. So it really does need to be that whole ecosystem where we're working together and making sure that the strategy is then going to help people not only sell the property but actually move house. And that's a big difference.
And touching on the interiors, tell me about what you kind of see happening in 2026 and beyond with interior details.
So I think one of the things that we've noticed more recently and is really important to us in the high-end homes that we work with, because a lot of them are character properties, and the ones that are newer build tend to be appealing to the country house market, so very much the kind of higher end country house, even if they're new built. And one of the things that really has happened, we were talking about it earlier, is that brown furniture, what was referred to as brown furniture, is very much coming back as a trend. But it's different in that we're trying not to let the houses that we're in look dated, but rather to use some of the antique pieces as layering. So with much more contemporary upholstery, for example, with some of the metals that we're still seeing some of the really warm metals, the brasses, the antiqued metals coming in and just mixing. And I think that's really important. That's going to be a really important trend as we go through the next couple of years.
Yeah, I agree. We see a lot of that too. And what is your favourite part of the job?
My favourite part of the job is when a seller phones and says, yes,
we have a buyer.
That they've got to the point of having an acceptable offer quickly, because many of our sellers, and this is why we do what we do, have been stuck in limbo for some time, either anxious about bringing their property to the market if they haven't done so already, and having the right help, so Fine & Country with us, having the right help to bring it to market well, or they've been like this one with another agent and stuck for ages. And it's selling a home is such a difficult thing in any case, and it often marks a transition of life stage. You know, that might be upsizing to start a family, it might be downsizing to be closer to family, maybe to release some equity to go travelling, you know, all the things that people want to do. And having a property on the market in a long drawn out sale process is just a whole life stage that's on hold. And we love it when we can help that move forward.
Amazing. Well, it's been so fabulous getting a little insight into the world of lemon and lime today. You've built such an amazing business.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for showing us around today. I've loved it.
Thank you.
Spending today with Elaine has really highlighted to me just how much presentation shapes the way we see a home. And it isn't just about interior styling, it's about storytelling. It's about being able to emotionally connect a potential buyer with a home long before they even consider living there themselves. And in the luxury market especially, that connection can make all the difference. I hope that you've enjoyed today's Beyond the Property episode. Do make sure that you like and subscribe for our Fine & Country YouTube channel for more episodes with creatives and businesses and brands that are shaping our luxury property market. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye.